This kind of started out as, wouldn't it kind of be fun and something different to do, to travel around the world?
We've done maybe 21 dates in America and 30, but a lot of those flights are short and a lot of those clubs finish really early.
It's crazy because it's like our industry and electronic music is normally Friday and Saturday, but this experience was like we played every single night of the week.
Did about 10 months of planning to make it happen.
Nothing can really prepare you for doing 8 nights in 8 cities around the world because nobody's done it before.
So today we're at my parents' house in Whitstable. I normally come here before a long tour to hang out for a few days. I have my son with me, so you know we get a good few days together and hanging out with the family. My brothers come down. It's normally the place that I start a long tour on because family is the most important thing to me. I remember really clearly Cole Cox doing 2 New Year's Eves in one night, where he went from Australia to Hawaii and did 2 midnights. And I thought, you know what, one day I want to try and do something which is, you know, challenging, but still really interesting and fun. And yeah, it started off in a bar, a conversation after a few drinks, and basically coming down to the few days before thinking, what have I done? You know, why have we done this?
Welcome to Toronto. The local time is 2:51 p.m.
You know, the challenges of playing in a different city every night is that we might play a set in Toronto and it will rock, and then we would sort of emulate that set in another city and it might not go down as well. So you've really got to be on the ball, you know, you've really got to keep an eye on the crowd. These people have been working 9 till 5, 5 days a week, and their Fridays and Saturdays, all they want to do is just have fun, and you are the person that's sort of conducting it. You know, you can really make a difference to that night.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to San Francisco. The local time is 1:35.
You're playing. Guy Borrado is playing. Lee Foss is playing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, this is every single Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You have 5 different shows in the city that fits 1 million people, and they're all happening and going on.
I think the US, you know, coming here for the last sort of 10, 12 years is massive. It was always hip-hop in the main room, and we were always in the second room. And now it's reverse roles. But if you go to places like Chicago, New York, Miami, LA, you know, house in general is pretty much the most popular music there. The one thing I do notice with America, a lot more than the UK, that it's very much of an earlier start. You play a lot earlier than, like, in Europe, you might get on about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning and go till 6:30 here. I think they stop drinking, you know, you have to stop drinking by 1:30 and the club shuts by 2:30, you know. You can tell that. You can tell that people come out a lot earlier and party harder earlier, whereas in Europe they sort of take their time. Going to Chinatown for the afters.
And tomorrow?
And tomorrow we've got a 2-day hike to the Philippines, which should be interesting.
Can I come?
Ladies and gentlemen, Philippine Airlines, welcome to Manila. Local time is 10 minutes past 4 in the morning. In the top altitude is 27.
Just got to Manila. It's 5 AM. We've just missed 2 days through travelling. We missed out Easter. It's odd that one of the promoters is actually English, so.
Morning. There has been a scene here for maybe about 15 or 20 years, but it lost its way a few years ago and was overtaken by the commercialization and everything else. So for the underground side, it's kind of rebirth, regrowing. And so we've got our little club that holds 250 people, but it's probably the only underground club in the Philippines, so we're keeping the candle burning.
It's such a safe bet doing a Friday and a Saturday night, but a Monday night in Manila, you never know because I've never been here, so hopefully that's probably the luxury that I have. I haven't been here, no one's ever seen me here, so maybe a few people will come out and like we said, the whole tour has been picked on small clubs, so that we wanted to keep it intimate, we wanted to keep it small and sort of be able to play what we want to play. You know, that was the whole idea of the whole Resistance tour, being able to stick to our guns and going to new venues and new places as well as the old ones, and and playing what we do. So. Well, the last two gigs were like, you know, they were a bigger scale, you know, Toronto and San Francisco, but tonight it was smaller, it was like 250 people, and it was, in a weird way, it was actually better than the other two shows because people just turned up on a Monday night and just wanted to sort of, you know, they've all got work tomorrow. It's like 4:30 in the morning. It just shows you the dedication that they're, you know, that they want to come out and listen to sort of electronic music and have a good time, and I think that's great. Was it day 6? Yeah, day 6, and we're in a miserable, wet Tokyo. But can get to eat some amazing food and meet some amazing people. And it still is a Tuesday night, so we don't really know what to expect.
Tokyo has always had amazing crowd. It's not really about the hype. This is part of the reason why even the big name DJs aren't that big here. But at the same time, if you're good, they will stick with you. That's probably the strongest point of the Japanese scene.
There's something about Tokyo that just really sucks you in. It's like the energy and the people and the passion, and they just don't want to stop. As a crowd, they're the most patient crowd in the world. You know, you can experiment, you can play new things, you can play things they haven't heard before, and they will stay with you for the whole journey. Everyone knows Yuki. He's probably the best host in the world. We've got this bond, you know, he's family to me. You might only see these people 2 or 3 times a year, but they're just as important as my friends at home. You know, there's a special connection with them. I just needed them probably an extra day here to really enjoy it, but you know, it's one of them, in and out.
Welcome to Chhatrapati Shivaji International Airport at Mumbai. The temperature outside is 28 degrees Celsius.
India's pretty much following the trend that's going across the world, which is the people with the most amount of muscle and money behind marketing are the ones who are being heard the most. So invariably, commercial music is quite large and significant in India, and alternative music, it's extremely niche. But when you have events like this, then people who listen to mainstream music come out and go, oh, my friends are going, let me go see what it's going to be like, and they come out and have a great time, and hopefully one dancer at a time will convert them.
Yeah, we're so mentally drained from the travelling that we've done today, and people basically brought me back to life. They were pretty special. I can't wait to come back. Really can't wait to come back. It's different, you know, it is a conservative country, and you sort of got to respect their rules, you know, but I've always really enjoyed playing here.
There's just as many clubs in Dubai as anywhere else. They do party quite different. They like their private spaces, they like their tables and champagne. That's just something different for us.
They do their weekends on a Thursday and a Friday here. Blue Marlin, which you get in Ibiza, and Pasha's just opened here as well. You know, they've got Creamfields here now in Abu Dhabi, which is just up the road. So yeah, they're going in the right direction.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Adolfo Suarez Madrid International Airport, where the local time is approaching 8:30 in the evening.
When you sort of think the odds are against you for a party with dates and things like that, the Spanish are always there, and they're always such a great crowd. You know, they like their music quite hard, they come out quite late, they just love the music.
4 of us have been travelling around the world for the last sort of 7 days, and you just get used to getting up, getting on a plane, going to dinners. You know, it's a bit of a come down when you sort of go home. You know, there's been so much energy and fun, and then you sort of go back to reality, really. Like I've always said, this life isn't reality, you know, compared to your sort of family and real friends. It's sort of like a vortex of just people that want to have fun. I'm so tired.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Manchester. Please remain seated until the fasten seatbelt signs have been switched off.
The last part of the Around the World tour. Got a bit of a surprise tonight. I invited my brother to come and play, and he's going to play sort of back to back. And I've also got Ross. He's going to be playing tonight as well. So it's a nice way to sort of finish things off.
I think if you ask any DJs who travel around the world where is the best place to play in the UK, they will say Manchester. It's a huge student city, so there's literally tens of thousands of people out, and that's what keeps the city vibrant.
Collaboration is important, and having sort of close friends and family around me. I'm away probably pretty much 50–60% of the year, and I have a son, but I'm lucky because he has an amazing mother, and I have amazing grandparents that help us out and make it possible. Without those people around me, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. I've been DJing now for 15 years. I think the dance music's become so big now is because, you know, the guys that are in the commercial world have really taken it one step further and pretty much made it pop music. And actually I think it has a positive effect. You know, even when I was younger, my music tastes were drastically different, and I don't really think your music taste ever really stops evolving or changing. At some point, the guys that are into those genres might end up on the dance floor listening to you.
Gonna throw his fucking microphone down the stairs.